Hey guys, what's up? This is Mel, and I'm here to talk about Shadowhunters, episode 107, titled Major Arcana, which premiered Tuesday, February 23rd, 2016 on Freeform. And guys, I am so sorry for the delay for this video. It's pushed me back for everything else. I do things in order, and so I'm so sorry. It's actually Saturday right now for me, and I just finished watching the episode. I've avoided all social media to avoid any spoilers for myself. And so let's get right to it. 10-minute clock, and let's begin. So something new that we learned in this episode. The mission today was find the tarot card that holds the mortal cup. So this mission is given to Luke, Clary, and Jace, because Luke reveals that he collected the tarot cards after burning Clary's room down to get rid of any trace of hers. And those tarot cards are back at his desk at the precinct. So Luke goes in, but he manages to get arrested as a murder suspect for the few circle members that he killed in werewolf form back in I believe, episode 1 or episode 2, in the parking lot, or in the car parking garage. So he's being interrogated for that. While that's all happening, Captain Vargas is actually killed by shapeshifters so that they can get access there when they get word that Clary is at the precinct and that she's looking for something there. So we get Alec and Izzy as backup for Chase and Clary when they find out that Luke is under real scrutiny at the place. We also get introduction to the Shax demons. They're the spider-like things with the weird jaws, or they are the same as the shapeshifter demons, or those two are just two separate demons that are attacking her. But we see both types, so maybe they're just the one, but you get the spider-like and then you got the shapeshifters. So there's that. Let me know in the comments below if they're actually one and the same demon or if they're two separate demons. So anyways, when push came to shove and Clary was surrounded by all those spider-like demons, she takes hold of the tarot card and she manages to tap into her power to get the mortal cup out, and she uses it to fend off all the swarms of Shax demons, because by using the cup you can order demons and stuff like that, and you can control them. And previously she couldn't get the cup out, so I guess in extreme circumstances, until she learns how to use it, that's her way to tap in the power. So there's that. And at the end of this mission, Clary kisses Chase. So moving on to the side story of the episode, and that is Simon. First off, Simon apparently slept with Maureen at the beginning of the episode. He hallucinates for a moment that it's Clary, ends up freaking out and leaving, and then he's trying to figure out, he's noticing a lot more things that are happening to him, therefore thinking he might become a vampire, so he's trying to make a pros and cons list of what is part of being a vampire and what's not. So like hallucinating, seeing things, voices in his head. And the one point that he says that he's not becoming a vampire is the fact that he still loves garlic. So that was like his one good point. The rest of it were all on I am becoming a vampire page. Also, we see Simon's sister for the first time, Rebecca. And I'm getting the impression that she's the older sister from the looks of it. So there's that. And we also see his mom again, of course. And then we see Simon going back to see Camille back at Hotel Tumor, only to have the explanation of what's happening to him given to him before she attacks him. So there's that. Back to the runes that we are seeing in this episode. We see what Jace calls the binocular rune, which I'm thinking it's like super sight or something, because it allowed him to see things up close from far distance. There's also the night vision one, which both he and Clary use. There's also the glamour that they all use repeatedly in this episode. And then there's this rune that Izzy used on the fuse box. I didn't pick up a name on that one, or if it was mentioned before, but it was a very cool design that she drew on that metal box. So that was pretty cool. So that's 4 runes that I counted making an appearance in this episode. So there's that. So most shocking moment of the episode, I think for me would have to be, first off, Simon waking up in bed with Maureen. I think that was a WTF moment, because it's like, how the hell did that happen? And then the other shocking moment was the fact that Clary made the first move with Chase. He was trying to talk and defend like his teachings towards her, how she says something about how I do on occasion listen to what you have to say, and he's kind of saying, well, you should be listening, and then she interrupts him by kissing him. And that was like a moment, that was after she thought she had killed him, when it was really the shapeshifter demon. So that was surprising, to say the least. Top 3 favorite moments. First one has to be Chase and Clary. The whole time, they're flirting in the precinct. They're concerned for one another whenever they got attacked by a demon or when they were separated and then reunited. They're concerned for each other. And then they kissed between them, which was unexpected. They just got lost in each other, and that was fantastic for sure. Next favorite moment has to be Clary and Alec. I mean, in this episode, it seemed like he was impressed by her, especially when he realized that she took out a shapeshifter demon on her own. And I don't know. I swear, if I didn't already know that Alec was struggling with his own feelings about Chase and then Jace and then with Magnus, I would seriously consider Clary and Alec because of the fact of the whole love-hate relationship. Like, for me personally, I'm always drawn to the ones that they kind of start off as hating each other, and then they grow to having some sort of understanding or respect between each other, and then it grows to an appreciation, and it grows even further than that. I'm always drawn to those relationships, and I really think Clary and Alec could have that if it also wasn't for the fact that Alec has feelings for Chase, who she's interested in, and also for Magnus. So there's that, but I'm definitely rooting for them to some extent because they're interesting to see because they're definitely in that whole hate stage, or at least they're moving up to the respect and appreciation stage at this moment from the looks of it. So there's that. Next favorite moment has to be the fact that Simon was watching the old vampire film Nosferatu as his film reference into figuring out what it means to be a vampire, or what symptoms I guess vampires would have. He uses Nosferatu, and I remember that specifically because I had to watch that in one of my film studies classes. So that was just a little fun thing for me as to why it was my favorite. Moving on to top 3 peeved moments. First one is Simon and Maureen. Now, I only didn't like that scene because I had no idea how he ended up there to begin with. I mean, the last time we saw him in the previous episode was him walking in on Clary and Chase back at Magnus's place. I mean, maybe if at the end of that episode we see Simon knocking on Maureen's door, and then the episode ends with him saying, "Hey, can we hang or can we talk?" Then that's it. And then it starts with this episode with him waking up beside her. Then okay, that wouldn't irritate me as much. Sorry, but the fact that we don't have any. The fact that there wasn't any reference to Maureen at all between 106 and 107, it kind of messed with me. I didn't really like that, for sure, especially since not even a day has gone by. It's actually the next day from when 106 happened, so there's that. Also, another peeved moment was Simon's fangs. Now, the only reason they irritate me is not the fact that he has them, it's the fact of the way they looked. With Simon and his fangs, you can actually see it bulging a bit underneath his lip. With Camille and her fangs, you don't see that. With Raphael's fangs, you don't see that. So unless they're meant to be a bit bulging underneath his lip because that's Simon's interpretation of fangs and not what his actual fangs will look like, then okay, I'll accept that. But if Simon's fangs are going to be that noticeable when they actually come in, then I'm not going to like that at all. Because at least when your mouth is closed, you have to be able to not tell that they have fangs. Otherwise, those bumps underneath his lip is going to be like a huge red flag to the fact that there's something there. So, yeah, there's that. What will I remember most about this episode when I look back on it? 1, Mortal Kombat is at the Institute now. They finally have it. 2, the kiss between Chase and Clary. Random questions now. First one, what do the glowing green eyes mean? At first, I thought it meant werewolf because we saw Luke showing the glowing green eyes. But then that cop, who I'm assuming was that shapeshifter, also showed the glowing green eyes. But then when the quartet were surrounded by demons coming after them, they showed the glowing green eyes too. So I'm wondering if the glowing green eyes just goes for all downworlders in general and not just creatures specific. What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments below because I really would like that differentiation cleared up. Next question. So if Simon had just stayed away from the vampires in Hotel du Mort and Camille, he could have returned to being a human again, right? Is that what Camille was getting at? That her blood was in his veins, therefore he was going to feel all these side effects. And then once they left his body, the blood, then he'd be back to being a human. And because he came, then that's what... I don't know. If you have a clarification on that, let me know in the comments below. I'm actually thinking it might be very similar to how vampires transition on the Vampire Diaries and the originals, where you drink a vampire's blood, you heal, you feel like you're on this high for a moment, you get their healing benefits and all that, but then when you die with that blood in your system, you come back in transition, and you have to feed human blood to complete the transition. There's a timer. So I'm wondering, this transformation falls along the same lines, because it looks like Simon drank her blood. He drank a bit of... Yeah, Simon drank her blood. He drank some of... No, blood was exchanged between the two of them. Sorry. And then, from the attack that she did on him today, it looks like she may have killed him. And then based off the promo next week, it could be that he needs to be buried and then he comes back as a vampire or something like that. I don't know if anyone knows the clarification, because I know specifically that in the books, all it took was him ingesting vampire blood for him to turn into a vampire. So, yeah, I don't even know what the rules are in this case. Last question. Now that they have the Mortal Cup, what is their next move? I guess that's a big question for everything, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I just thought I'd put it out there. So moving on to predictions very quickly. Based off the promo, or episode 108, concept of emotions with Shadowhunters are brought up. Chase and Clary, Magnus and Alec. And also we see Simon getting buried and then returning as a vampire in some feral state, like I just mentioned previously. So that's going to be fun to watch. At least hopefully we'll get some more answers about what it takes to become a vampire. Based off the synopsis for 108, it looks like the Clave is going to call in an investigation when it comes to the Lightwoods running the Institute. Although if you ask me, now that they have the Mortal Cup, I don't get why they're complaining, really. They got what they needed and everything. But overall predictions, I think that the Clary and Chase kiss may have made things more difficult for them, or at least it might cause more tension, or it might not have cleared some things up, or maybe they might be pulling away so they don't get in trouble or something. I don't know, but I don't think it's just as simple as you kiss me, okay, now we're going out, we have feelings towards each other and such like that, like some stories do have. Also, I really hope that we get more answers about the vampire transformation, especially more detail on what the logics are behind this, so you know what's going on with Simon and all that. And that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. And don't forget to leave a comment below if you want to share your own thoughts and theories about the episode itself. What was your favorite part? What did you think could go better? Let me know in the comments below. And book readers, if you think there is something that matched with the books in this episode, let me know. Or if something altered from something in the books, let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. Also, share this with any other fans in the Shadowhunter universe. Let's get this fan base growing, and let's get the viewership up. Also, if you want, check out my Tumblr page. I reblog a lot for the Shadowhunters. Whatever crosses my dashboard, I will reblog it. Usually it's promos, sneak peeks, episode synopses, GIFs, quotes, all of that. Links for those will be down below. Episode specific, as well as for all the tags related to the Shadowhunter universe. For that page, just scroll to the very bottom and you'll find it there. And yeah, once again, I do apologize for the late posting of this video. Life got in the way. Technology was being a bit harsh with me, but I finally found time to watch the episode and to record this and post it for you guys. So thank you for your patience. I truly appreciate it. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied today. I hope you come back next week to see what I have to say about episode 108. Until then, this is Mel wishing you a great day, great week, have a great weekend, and until then, this is Mel saying bye.